Accu-Stats Video Productions proudly presents World-Class 9-Ball. Welcome, I'm Dick Lane. We're at the 18th U.S. Open 9-Ball Championships in Chesapeake, Virginia. My guest is Ed Sheahan, and the feature match is between Tom Kennedy and Rodolfo Luat. Really look forward to a great match here today, Ed.
Well, I think we're going to see a good one. Having the defending champion of this event against a very formidable opponent in Mr. Luat from the Philippines. I expect this match a very good possibility of going the full 25 games.
You know, as we look there at Tom Kennedy on the monitor, I can't help but be reminded of some of his earlier matches this tournament where he seemed to really play to the crowd and win in very clutch situations. As they introduce him here, you can hear the crowd really warm to him.
He is the crowd favorite, I'm sure of that. Every time he pockets a ball, everyone seems to have a grin on their face. They're so happy for him. He seems most appreciative of the crowd. And I look for him to come out of this match the winner. He's my early prediction. What do you think, Dick?
Well, you know, it's interesting. I think if the match is close, I really favor him. But, you know, Luat is seemingly emotionless, but he's really done well in the last few tournaments I've seen him play in, and he's a regular now on the tour, and I think he's going to respond well to this pressure.
Well, there was a close lag, not good lags by either player, but it seems that Tommy had just edged them out there, and this could be a very, very big start. Winning the lag, sometimes you find yourself 2 or 3 games ahead of your opponent simply by the lag, and they both, I don't believe either one went to the first diamond.
Well, you know, a funny thing also is that on this table it's been breaking so well today that the first break could really prove to be menacing for Luat.
And the 28-year-old Kennedy is used to this table, is used to this crowd. He's been under these lights all last year, and he's, after losing his first match in this tournament to a young game, Charlie Williams, a local player, losing that game on the hill, he's now won 6 in a row and has found himself in the final 16 players.
Yeah, that was an extraordinary match. I think Williams is only, what, 17?
No, he's
right?
30. Oh, Charlie Williams
yes.
Just turned 17, is my understanding.
What an incredible win for him to beat the defending champion out of the gate. Luat seems to be really taking his time here with the balls, having watched Greg Breedlove earlier make 6 on a break, and we just saw last match Bustamante broke and made a ball on the break 83% of the time in 12 breaks, 10 out of 12.
He pocketed 29 balls in those 10 breaks.
And you know, we also saw him make 2 4s in that span. He made 4 balls on 2 of his breaks. So his reputation as the best breaker is really upheld by that performance. This fella also, though, has a wonderful break.
Yeah, it really contradicts the size in the break. I think it's all timing. It seems that the Johnny Archers and the Nick Varners, and Mike Siegel is not a very big guy, and they seem to have, Earl Strickland is not a very big guy. And if you take a Bustamante, who's probably half the size of Dave Bowman, hits the balls equally as hard.
Hard to believe. You know, Kennedy really looked the rack over closely because Luat studied and took so long preparing it.
Yes, he wants this one on the side, I think. That's what he's been playing for all tournament.
And there it is.
Oh,
perfect.
He just got kicked out.
Kicked out barely by the 6. It moved slowly. And the 5 ball also double-jawed the corner. So the 2 main balls from the rail break were unsuccessful.
I don't know if this 2 goes. I think he actually doesn't have a pocket. He'll probably play the billiard off the 6 here with the 1 ball, caroming off, and he may be forced to play another billiard with a 2-5. Oh, he's elected to play
that's
safe.
Interesting. A little cat and mouse early. He's cut off the 1 rail kick. And I believe Tommy may be, he's going to elevate and hit the 1 full.
Oh, he's hit a great shot jumping the ball. He's got it.
The one fortunate thing that did occur there is that the 6 ball was not moved away from the tip of the pocket, so it may be a later run in this run. I mean, a later factor in this run.
Yes, he's going to have a difficult time here in running these 9. He may elect to play the 9 right now.
Yeah.
He really looks at evaluating the table, finds himself in a position where the percentages of running these 9 are not real good. And he has both a safe and a combination to play here, drawing the ball behind the 4.
pocket was a little smaller with that 5 peeking out.
I don't know if he's giving Tommy a piece of this 1 from our vantage point. He may have the carom off the 1 to pocket the 5. Just wanting to send the 1 off the rail so he does have a shot in the corner. Oh.
Look at this.
And he was rewarded for a game effort, a game attempt, having snookered Luat on the 1 ball.
Uh-oh, Kennedy's starting to smile.
Oh, he'll get the crowd. The crowd will be Kennedy for him. Do you jump the ball here, Dick?
Uh-oh, boy, that's a really tough shot. You know, Luat is one of the few Filipinos that does seem to engage the jump cue.
It seems to me he has a potential carom off the 9 for the scratch here if he should hit this 1 fairly full. The 9, I'm surprised he's not jumping the ball. To 2-rail this, he's going to try to go under it and kick the 1, which is exactly what he's done. And he wasn't rewarded. He happened to hit the 6 on the wrong side.
Yeah,
but he hit an excellent shot.
Actually, I stand corrected. I don't believe he does engage the jump cue very often. I believe it's Bustamante, and so we may see him kick more often in those situations.
It just seems like the art of the kicking from all the Philippine players is extraordinary, whether that's one of their practice sessions or not. Between Efren Reyes, Jose Perica, Bustamante, they all seem to kick well.
Well, we've got some cat and mouse working. Greg Fix just won game 1 over on table 3, and he is among one of the slower players on the tour. And here we are. Kennedy has just made the 1 ball, so we're just now really underway with the offensive portion.
Now, where does he play this 3 in the corner, just rolling this? That's an interesting shot.
Yes, to pull the 5 out of there. And now, of course, we're looking really at a routine out. I believe he'll follow to the rail here.
He could have a little bit of trouble with getting position on the 7 ball.
Oh, I'm sorry. I did not see the 7. You're right.
I believe, although the combination doesn't look that difficult.
No?
Given the choice, I'm sure he'll try to play the 7 in the lower right-hand corner. But I
cut the 6 in the side here and trim down, do you think?
Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, no, he's going to shoot it in the corner now.
Yeah, he'll be shooting this combination, I believe. It looks like his angle is such that he has to go to our right side of the 7 to shoot the 7-9 combination.
Exactly.
Well, he's laying fairly well for it. I don't really see any difficulty in him pocketing this 9 and taking a 1-0 lead.
Very nice.
And he's done just that.
Well, you know, I don't know what the statistics are, but I'm sure winning the first game is going to be the person that wins it is going to win more than 50% of the matches at this stage.
You win most of the shutouts, I know that.
And now we can see Johnny Archer over there on the monitor.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if he makes any adjustment on his break after having that 1 kick.
Yeah, having come up dry. You know, he broke from the left rail where Bustamante had so much success.
Our upper right rail.
Excuse me, the right rail. And it looks like now he's leaning to the other side of the table. He's going to try the other side. Oh, he's trying a different bridge entirely.
Well, he's come a little short with the 1 on the side, and I believe he's going to come up empty again.
Wow.
It's so interesting to see the different styles of the break. Watching someone like a Francisco Bustamante break and effortlessly make 29 balls in 10 racks.
Extraordinary.
And that is such the offensive weapon of the break has become such an extraordinarily big part of this game.
You just
he's going to try and sneak under the 6 here, I think.
There we go. I like it. Great shot.
He's hit a good shot, and I think he's taken away the kick. He has kind of a very difficult hit here. He may be forced to go 2 rails with this.
Exactly. Going to the foot of the table where the chalk is and maybe coming around. He's considering drawing the ball off of the edge of the side pocket. Shorten it.
Well, he's hit a nice shot, but I don't really believe he had an opportunity to really play him safe there, kicking the 1 over.
Well,
they didn't have much of an option, actually.
Now we get to see Luat see what kind of stride he can hit after missing.
2-rail this 1 ball.
Missing early.
Now that's an interesting way. I don't know if I agree with that at all, him trying to play the 9. What's happened is he has tied up the 7 and the 9.
Not
The
to
2 ball, I
mention,
do believe, passes the 8. I can't understand why he didn't just take that 2 rails. He had a relatively makeable run out, and he's elected to hit the 9 ball there, and he's put himself in a little bit of a problem unless he perhaps plays the billiard off the 7.
That's what I'm thinking. He may play the object ball, on this shot, that the 2 will play off the 6, perhaps, or the 5. Yes. Now, though, he brings the 5 back into the game.
Well, I don't understand banging in all these balls. You had to realize that was going to happen. Maybe it's the nerves of this crowd. I don't know his exposures to this type of environment with all these people, and everyone, of course, rooting for Tommy Kennedy. Tommy's smiling at the crowd as Luat plays.
Well, you know, I remember when Luat first came to America. That was in the 80s, and at that point he was touted as the number 3 Filipino, though we knew that they had droves of them that hadn't surfaced.
Yeah, I believe he's 35 years old.
He played quite well then, but I feel certain, Ed, that he's pretty grizzled and been under a lot of tough instances in tournament play. Looks like he's going to stick the ball. No, he played for
he played an excellent bank there.
That's fabulous. That's the kind of shot that'll loosen you up. Now we're going to make the 4, of course, in the corner and stick for the 5, and then the 7 ball will be a bone to pick for Luat.
I do believe he's going to try to play position for the 7 ball
for the
billiard. I can't see him attempting to play safe or trying to break the 2 up.
I think you're right. Yep, that's what he's looking at now.
I believe he's in pretty good shape with the 5 here. He'll probably follow the ball up and come off the rail. I don't think he'll risk getting the wrong angle on the 6. He can he can come off the rail. He'd probably like to be maybe a foot off the rail, about a 15-degree angle, just to drag it down, or even use the 1 rail. Just roll it up as
now that leads me to believe there's another possibility he's considering, which is actually trying to dislodge the 7-9, pulling into the rail where he's standing currently, with the cue ball, hitting it firmly with low outside and going 2 long rails into the 7-9. Let's see. There it is. What a shot.
That is an absolutely perfectly executed shot.
He hit at a speed where he couldn't possibly get hooked by trimming the 7 and going behind the 9. Really, as an advanced play.
That was an excellent shot. He certainly has the attention of the crowd now, of people wondering who haven't perhaps seen Luat before, of his ability.
This next stage of Luat's game, I just love. You know, he's thin, but like Bustamante, he hits the ball so very hard.
And he's tied this match at 1 game apiece. It's going to be interesting. I know that on his previous match with Earl Strickland, who happened to handedly beat Luat, the conversations between Bustamante, once Luat knew that he would be playing on this table, to see if he, in fact, breaks from the same side Bustamante broke.
Very interesting, and it looks like he's chosen to do exactly that.
And we'll
Watch
see
the
first
power
break.
of this. Oh, yes.
Well, he's pocketed the end ball.
See how hard he hit it. The cue ball was literally perfect, but it was kissed out by one of the object balls coming around the table.
I believe he's fortunate enough here to be able to play the 1 ball off the 4 ball into the side pocket with relatively easily positioned for the 2.
I like it. Now,
and he very well could play the 4
in,
into the 9 and leave it there.
Will he conceivably cross over and play the 2-9 combo? Probably not.
I don't think
he
will. I think
risk.
he can roll this 4 down and play the 2-3, and then he hit it very hard. And
look at this.
I don't understand that play.
Wow.
It seemed like a no-gain situation when he could have laid the 4 down on the bottom rail, pocketed the 2 and 3, and had an easily made the 4-9. I don't understand that position play there. He's put himself in a little bit of a dilemma. He must pocket this 2 ball, and he's forced now to play the 3-9.
One thing I like, though, about his early play so far, Ed, is the fact that he's really pulling the trigger well. While some of them, you mentioned the judgment of the shots, I sure like the fact that he's real loosey-goosey under the pressure.
Yeah, can he beat the 6 ball here going 3 rails?
I think so. 4 rails, it looks like.
Yes, he's elected not to even think about the combination.
And play for, what a shot.
Yeah, he has certainly recovered
really
from what
well.
could have
You
been
can see it.
a serious error.
Statistically, we're already seeing that powerful break show up as he looks like he's approaching a run out.
Well, the 5 passes, I believe, under the 7.
Yes.
And I think what he'll probably do is come on the left side of the 6 ball. He wants to guard the fact that he doesn't scratch in the side unless he's just going to pull it 1 rail, which he's elected to do.
That's what he's doing. Now the 9 is somewhat large if he tries to pull 2 rails, and then the side pocket is a potential hazard if he comes 1 rail on the 5 ball.
I think he'll just put a little inside English and go straight up.
Straight up. Has to avoid the side. Oh my goodness. He went the 3 rail. Right.
I don't understand that one again. He's gotten very fortunate in not giving Tommy a very easy shot on the 5 ball. Tommy here is also a very difficult safe.
Not to mention,
the ball appears to be fairly close to the rail. I don't believe it's frozen.
No, it's not frozen, or Luat should make a note of it.
How would you play safe here, Dick?
I think to trim it 2 rails, like that. I like that.
He may get lucky under the 6.
Yeah, with the 7 and the 9 blocking as potential obstructing balls for the 5 to enter the pocket, to me it's a good shot.
This looks like 59th Street for sure. I don't think he's even going to consider playing safe here.
Well, that's another thing the Filipino players bring to bear in a match is their tremendous billiard ability. You know, I saw Ephraim earlier in the tournament.
Now, would you billiard this or play the combination, excuse me?
I would billiard it.
Which is exactly what he's done.
You know, I saw Ephraim, and now we've got let's see, a 2-1 lead in favor of Luat. I saw Ephraim shoot a similar shot earlier in the tournament and actually follow the ball in. They hit him so cleanly.
Well, he's winning 2 games to 1. He seems to have gotten a real good break when he missed that 5 ball, not leaving Tommy a shot. So we'll call it one unforced error that he didn't have to pay for so far. Again,
that break, that's powerful. My goodness.
Well, he just got a kick there, and I don't know if he has enough of that ball to pocket.
Well, he's got interesting shots. If he can't see enough of the 1, he could play the billiard on the 9.
I think he's going to sneak under the 9 and just play safe here.
That's another possibility. There's another one. You know, he could bank the 1-up table and use the 4 as an obstructing ball, or even the 7 if he wanted to cut it more. So he's actually got 4 or 5 shots here. The thin safety behind the 9, that's possible.
I don't think he hit that very well.
Now that's interesting. There, he's displaying a lot of billiard knowledge, because even though he did not get the hook, which he tried to do, he left distance for Tommy. It's a very telling shot early. Tough shot.
And it might be interesting for Tommy to take some mental notes here and watching the 2 safeties that Luat has tried to play so far. He's been unsuccessful on both. And maybe Tommy may leave him long.
Oh, nice
sometime
shot.
He may have perhaps made this 1 ball.
He's playing a little safe there.
I don't believe he's left a window. Or even a rail first. I don't. Can he get by that 2 ball?
I think he can go by the 2, but it's hard to say. It's possible he'll come short and draw it. Yeah, he's going to go 1 rail and draw it out of there, maybe.
I believe he's going to try and make this ball.
Oh, nice shot. I like it. He could get by the 2. The 1 almost
Well, he hit it a little too easy or a little too hard. I don't know.
You know, the 1 almost got in front of the side where it was very easy. But in this case, this is pretty difficult, I'd say. You either have to thin the 1 up in the corner, or play it safe. I don't believe it'll go on the side.
I believe he will play this ball in the corner and bring the cue ball 2 rails straight across the table.
Straight across, trying to avoid the 6.
believe
That's
it's
a
very low
telling shot early. This is an omen of things to come. What he
little
does
tester
right here.
Yes, it is for sure.
Oh, he hit it pure.
And he hit that with a great degree of
he hit
authority.
that beautifully.
He's in a good position here now. I don't really see anything in trouble. I believe the 4 does go under the 9, or the 7, excuse me, and I think that we'll find this game knotted up at 2, barring anything unforced error that Tom perhaps might like. Now, I don't. He's going to take this 2 rails. I think he's going to go back and forth as he did on the 1 ball.
How about the 6, though? Isn't it a big ball?
I think he'll stay above it.
Could catch it.
He's going to be able to play the 4 on the side.
That's
so
right.
So now I'm 0 for 3. He's in actually great shape here and just drifting the cue ball out, getting straight on the 6 inside. I think he'll want a little angle when he comes to the 7 ball going down below it. Depending on now, he's going to just take the angle. Yeah, he's going to just go.
Oh, all right.
And does he'll take this 2 rails up or 1 rail up?
I think 2. I think this
he may play this 8 in the corner instead of the side. He's hit it perfectly.
Yeah. Oh. These are.
He has quite a look of determination on his face, and when he pockets this 9 ball after the 8, I think you'll see a big smile on his face. I'm sure you'll see the fan appreciation of Tom. They seem to really, really enjoy his play here.
Yep, this is a foregone conclusion. And the score is now Kennedy 2 and Luat.
We're looking for the smile here. It'll happen in a second, I think. Well, he's keeping his composure.
He doesn't bring that to bear until it gets near the end.
He back cut a ball yesterday that brought the house down.
Now we see the Brunswick banner here. Brunswick Gold Crowns. A lot of the players really responding to that. They love the Brunswicks.
Well, now he has watched Luat's break the last time, and he's elected. I believe he's going to move over to the same side Luat broke from, which he is. If you remember, he had his hand.
This is so important, this break, Ed. The idea of having come up dry twice in a row. He's got to change something. Oh, the corner ball didn't go, and he got a scratch.
That.
0 for 3. That's a trend that he's got to reverse.
It would be interesting to see the statistics of balls on the break, or not necessarily balls of the break, but total balls pocketed from the break versus wins.
Oh, exactly. I'm sure there's a parallel.
My God, if I could have Francisco break for me, I probably could cash in one of these tournaments, provided he made the 9 a lot. Well, it doesn't seem to be any problems here at all. If anything, maybe the 6 to the 7. Because I really see no problem whatsoever.
I don't either, really. It's hard to say if he'll draw this or come 2 rails around. The 8 ball could be large if he follows and goes 2 rails. I like the draw. I think that's the correct way to play it because it takes the 8 out of the picture.
I'll probably play this in the same pocket, the 6 ball in the same pocket as the 5 with a little angle going over to the 7.
And of course the trick is to not get straight on the 6. If you get too straight, then you can't move to the 7, or you have to shoot the up table.
He probably can follow this ball.
I think he can follow and
9.
get above it. 1 rail.
He may play it in the corner. Oh, no, he's going above it.
Nice shot. Very nice. Now the key is here to get a little angle to move on the 8. And it looks like he's done so. Maybe a little flat, but I think he can feather the 9 in if he is. No, I think he's got some angle where he can pull down. Oh no, he was flat.
Well, he's about to take a 3-2 lead here, and we really haven't seen any momentum build up yet in this match.
The one thing is, Ed, we've seen the break, and the break has been all Luat so far, as he's pocketed in 2 attempts 2 or 3 balls, and Kennedy has 0 in 3 attempts.
He's elected to stay in the same place. Trying again to make that one on the side. And that was also kicked out. Well, I think Francisco has my vote so far. For the break. And he has a difficult position here. I think he'll feather the one in and bump that 3. And that's the 2 ball very well may go in also with this shot. Leaving on a real good shot on the 3.
Oh, nice shot.
Now, I leave it to you. Do you bank this 3 ball?
That's a tough one.
A lot of
This is
traffic.
tough.
A lot of traffic for the cue ball.
Of course, then there's the, you can use the 6 to buffer the 3 if you try and play safe. You might spin down table.
He has to miss the 9 ball here if he's coming around.
He went for the bank. Why,
Well, he did. He's stuck right there in the 6.
He's left himself a tough long 4, though.
Well, if you have this one, this is how you want to have to hit it with a little draw. Following this ball makes it, I think, a much more difficult shot than the draw stroke, being able to hold the cue ball.
That's a good observation, Ed. I think this is a telling shot. This is what I call a match shot. This brings him right into the game if he can pocket this ball. It's worthy of a lot of study and thought.
He's going to have to draw this back up.
He's looking at the other table like he was momentarily distracted. Face to face with Johnny Archer.
Yeah, if you have to play Johnny, that's how to play him on another table.
Nice.
That's an interesting way to shoot that. I thought for sure he would draw that ball.
He let the speed of the shot carry the cue ball forward.
It's that stun shot, I believe. Let's see what he does here. He doesn't want to get straight on this 6.
He's got some angle. Nice.
He may take this all the way back up the end of the table.
It's very possible. He's flat on it, and the 8 might get in his way. Oh, my, can't.
He's going straight across.
Yep. And shoot the 7 up where the chalk is. He's close to the 7. This could get dangerous. I
Got
like
a break
it.
there. Yes, he's in excellent shape here. I think we'll find him drawing this cue ball back about a foot, pocketing the 8 inside. Oh, he may have a bigger angle than he does have a bigger angle than
he's going to have to go to the long rail. Oh, nice shot.
Well, that's a good shot there.
Although I believe, Ed, really that he wanted to get beneath that ball. I don't think he wanted to touch that ball.
Sure,
and then come out.
I think you're right. Well, Luat came up empty on the break, and Tom Kennedy has tied this match at 3. Now, it's going to be interesting again to see if he reevaluates his break and makes a move.
Yeah, it's interesting because the one break he hasn't tried is the rail bridge on the right side. But throughout the week, most of the breakers have been breaking from where he's standing now. Actually, I meant the rail break on the left side. This where he's standing now.
Well, he has changed the break.
Yeah. He's going for the one in the side again here. Oh.
Well, the 4 looks like it may go in. I like the way he's laying here. The 2 balls in real good position for him to get to the 3 in the lower right hand or lower left hand corner.
I believe you're right.
I really don't think he's going to do anything fancy here, but run these balls out, and the 9 will probably make either a, where's the 5 ball? He'll probably make a 6-9 combination to finish this rack. Unless he finds himself in a position to bump this 6 ball after he pockets the 2.
It's hard to tell how straight he is here. No, he's got some angle here. He can follow down some. Oh, my. Got away.
Well, now what do you do? Do you make an attempt at this billiard?
Gosh, he's playing so quickly. I'm surprised he's not seemingly considering that. Oh, he did. That's
a good play. And a very nice shot.
Nice shot.
Well, we've seen the first, should we call it break and run out?
Yes. Nice pattern.
He's gone ahead of this match 4 games to 3.
There's a smile.
Yeah, they'll let him get 3 or 4 games out in front, and I think Mr. Luat's going to have to fade that for the rest of the match. Now, I think we'll see him break the balls exactly the same place that he broke the last time. If it's not broken, don't fix it, I think is what they say, right?
You know, Ed, I've just been amazed at the big crowds that have been here at this tournament.
This is standing room only here today. Barry Berman of Q-Master Billiards and his staff does a great job with this tournament.
There it is. He's moving the 1 well. And the 3
and
at the last minute trickles in.
Well, he's in a tough spot here. I don't believe the 2 ball. I believe that's straight into the rail. I think we'll probably find him. I don't know if that 1 passes the 5.
Is he looking at the 5 ball on a combination? My goodness. This would be an extraordinary shot.
I like him to come back behind the 8 and billiard the 1 off the 5 with the same side of the table.
There it is. Very good. Now the trick is, can he get beneath the 4 in the side pocket?
Well, he's going to jump on this one, that's for sure. He's been sharked a little bit by someone in the crowd. He's going to have to get below that 4 ball to play it in the right-hand side pocket.
Coming 2 or
difficult
1 rail
shot,
up.
jacked up.
Oh,
he hit it.
Oh, nice shot.
What a great shot. That is a good shot.
He's got an angle where it's hard to tell if he can follow and shoot the 5 clean.
I think he's just going to roll this, I think. I don't think he's going to yank this to the other side. Just roll it.
I think you're right. And he cheated the pocket, which enabled him to hit, to come down on an angle that was favorable for the 5. Come 1 rail here and all the way down.
Well, you couldn't hit that one much better. He's got angle going to the 7 ball. Going to draw this a little. Oh, he looks like he's following it. Going underneath the 7. I don't understand.
Holy cow.
That was a little careless of Tom, I think.
I agree.
He has a difficult shot here. He's going to have a difficult shot on the 8 ball no matter what he does. Getting from the 8 to the 9 has become very difficult.
Boy, you're right. You know, I guess he thought that the draw might trim the 7 as well. So he went to the follow, and the cue ball hits.
He's going to try to follow this all the way down the bottom rail, I believe.
It hit so much of the 6 that oh, what a nice shot.
He did hit a nice shot, but he's faced with a difficult shot here. He'll draw this, I think, 1 rail.
Low right.
He's got to pass the side, stay down on this ball, and stroke through this ball.
Nice shot.
Yeah, he hit a nice shot. He
elected to stay on the short side of the side and not engage it.
That's a very smart shot. Take a little more difficult shot.
Oh, no.
And all of a sudden,
now we're
that smile, I think, with a 5 treated. No, he still has them.
And we have 2 runouts from the break.
Bearing in mind, Kennedy gives Luat 6 pounds in this match. And he's staying with the same break. He's found something that seems to be working.
Well, the 1
for him.
is moving for the corner. It's been short of the side twice. There it is again. So he's looking to play position on it. However, did he make a ball? No, he's come up dry.
And he has given Luat a straight-in shot on the 1, although jacked up over the 8 ball. Fortunately for Luat, the 2 ball is close to the 1 where he really doesn't have to do a whole lot.
Let's see here. I think he's just going to stick it. Oh, no, my goodness. What a great stroke. He's got position for the 2 in the side. He can follow down and hit the 5 full, maybe in stick.
Grady and I were speaking, Grady Matthews, and Grady said something to me, and I said, well, it's a difficult shot, but no one told them it was a difficult shot. And it just seems to be they move right along the Filipino style of play. It seemed to bring certain parts of the 9-ball game up a level.
I like that shot, Ed, where he just hit the 5 full. Now the link from the 3 to the 4 is okay, but the trick is from the 4 to the 5. So I believe he's going to try and get close to the 4. Oh, he's got a bad angle. Yep, he's got a bad angle. I don't blame him for looking up after that one. Literally, at this distance, he's in the worst place on the table he can be. He doesn't have 2 rails to follow, I don't think.
Does he try to snap draw this?
Maybe so.
Changing the angle of the cue ball.
Oh, my, great shot.
Cheated the pocket. That was a great shot.
Cheated the pocket.
He looks to be in great shot here. I think we'll find him just bunning this 5 ball in, keeping angle with a cue ball right near the short rail. He's rolling around the 9 ball. I don't understand that. He's going backwards, I guess. I guess he's going to yank this 2 rails.
Yes, I think he's going to avoid the 8 here.
I think we can
safely assume that.
I would like going the other way. It just seemed like a natural angle to go around the 9 ball. Coming up on the high side of the 9 ball there with natural angle going to the 8. He has a tricky little shot here also.
He's going to go with the inside and go 3 rails.
There it is,
4 rails.
Perfectly.
He's going to be flat on the 8. He may have to shoot the 9 up in the corner, which couldn't be a difficult shot.
I think that's exactly what he's going to do. I don't think he's going to take a chance here, although he's digging into the cue ball.
He sure is. Holy cow, can you believe that?
Mark up, unforced error.
Wow.
Is that unforced error number 2?
Oh, that's something to hit the 7 so well and end up paying the price for it.
I think he put himself in a difficult spot with the 6 ball. I think he should have stayed in the lower rail and rolled the natural angle under the 9 around, going towards the 7 ball, where speed was.
Nice shot. Tommy's kind of amused because he hit the 9 kind of poorly there with ball in hand.
There's the smile. It is now 6-3. Tom Kennedy being in front. I think we're going to find him breaking over by the first time and again with his hand on the table.
You know, Ed, I'm still concerned. No, I just don't see Kennedy's break right yet to me. He does have the 1 moving right, but the fact that he came up dry and the cue ball has had to come to the rack side of the table in the last 2 instances has got me concerned. I think he's going to have to dig up and keep the cue ball a little up, higher up and have the 1 move the same way. Let's see about the cue ball here. See, the 1 is moving correctly.
It went in the corner. He had missed the
Very
side,
good.
and he's in trouble, though. He pocketed 2 balls then. He pocketed the 5 and the 1. But where do you push from here, Dick?
This is tough. This is tough. Considering the jump shot. Wow.
I think he needed a little more time to think about that shot.
Oh, my cells. I can't.
He was in a difficult
Looks
spot.
like he's in a bit of a problem here.
That certainly was no even money shot, and I don't know why he just got up and fired that. I think he should have taken a little more time and perhaps pushed to the bottom rail, at least forcing Luat to make a difficult shot.
Or difficult decision.
Now I think he's going to roll this up and play the 3 in the lower left pocket. I don't really see a problem for him.
I have to agree. Now he's got an angle where he's actually going to have to draw it to the rail and snap it to come back on the combo, which I think he's going to avoid. I think he's just going to cinch the 4 in the corner.
I think so. He'll put the kill switch on this and just drop it off the rail, maybe an inch or 2. About like that.
Very good.
He really doesn't seem to have any problems on the table, and I really think for him to make the 4, try to make the 4-9 would have been not the right decision. He looks at these balls and he knows he's going to get out, barring something unforeseen.
Well, he's got a full angle here. He's going to have to follow to the end rail. No, what? Yeah, there we go.
I refuse to start second guessing these guys.
Yeah, there it is. I like
that. Yeah, that was the safe way to play. Had a great margin for error there.
Now, you know, though the score is 6-3 at this point.
About to be 6-4.
Right. I just I'm not pleased for Tommy Kennedy's camp because I still think he's got problems with the break. If that trend continues, it's definitely going to be a factor that'll show up later in the match.
Well, I think the jump shot he attempted there was one you might take if you were winning 12-1. I can't imagine he took that shot.
There
he
is
shot
one
that.
good thing, though, I noticed. He was able to shoot the jump shot with his cue at full length rather than a jump cue. And the tables have been difficult to jump on. And, of course, here's Luat coming with the powerful break.
He's pocketed the 6 and has a makeable 1 ball.
Right. Yeah, we just got word that both of these players are just shooting super. We've got 932 by Kennedy, 929 by Luat, which really makes the match nail-bitingly close, despite the fact that there is some difference in the score at present. Most of the viewers probably know, 850 is world class, and these players have bettered that by 70 points.
Oh, he's hit a great shot there, getting on the 2 with the right angle. Exactly how does that 929, how exactly do they calculate that?
Well, you know, it's based on a perfect 1,000. So if a person shot 1,000, which has happened a time or two in tournament play, that would be absolutely perfect. So that means that every thing a person can do at the table, they're doing at least 930 or 93% of perfect.
If a scratch comes on, that will take away, or a missed ball or missed position.
Exactly. It's a ratio of good things to bad. And so for every 7 bad things Luat has had, he's had 93 good things occur. And that really takes phenomenal play.
He seems to be in command of this rack.
And his average is continuing to surge upward with each ball, as those are all good things. So he will take the lead in Accu-Stats and be 1 game behind. But in my mind,
a little weak there. That's a little funny. I know he'll just hit this, snap this back with a little low right, but he's going to want to be below the 8 ball,
right.
So he has angle coming towards the 9.
He did come up a little short there.
I think he did want to be a little
shot.
closer to that with a little less angle.
However,
but he's hit it absolutely perfectly once again.
I'm seeing a trend, though, emerge. Luat's break has seemed to improve more throughout the match. And though he trails in the match, I think that break is a big difference.
Well, he's trailing now by 1 game, being behind just 6 games to 5 with that run out. And I think there'll be an evaluation by Tom.
Yeah, here we are. Let's see, we've got a 932 and a 941. That's just terrific pool. You know, only a couple of balls missed by Luat, but though he's missed more balls, the stats reflect that he's made fewer errors elsewhere.
It's interesting to look where Tommy has pocketed 41 balls and Luat has pocketed 39.
Now let's see here. Is there a ball on the break? Well, now Luat came up dry there, but I still like the impact and where the cue ball is.
Well, he's got a tricky little shot here. I think we'll see Tommy play this 1 ball in the corner rather than the side, which it appears to be straight in.
I don't know. I think he can draw it back beyond the 4.
Do you think being jacked up over that 6?
It's tough, but I think he can. He's flat enough on the 1 to be able. Well, no, maybe not. I like the draw here. I don't like this shot.
He played the billiard off the 9.
Yeah,
might have been
work.
the safe way
shot.
to do it. He wants to get back into his rhythm here after taking that jump shot.
He used the big pocket.
I think he's a little disappointed with himself for even attempting that shot. He just tried maybe to get the crowd behind him a little more. Had he made that, the momentum would have certainly surged in his favor. But the advantages of that, I don't think, would outweigh the disadvantages of giving a Luat an open table.
Yeah, I think he should have brought Luat to the table with a push out as well, Ed.
He would have liked to hit that perhaps a hair harder. The only problem I see here might be the 6 to the 7.
He's going to play the 4 in the side as he's going to firm this ball and maybe go 1 or 2 rails to get beneath the 4 so he can stay above the 5.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. He doesn't want to have a problem with angle there. He has a reasonable degree of error to go a little further below the 4 ball here. Certainly longer is going to be a lot better than being a little short.
Exactly.
And he took that, I believe, into consideration, knowing that he had room for error 4 or 5 inches.
Now, the trick here is to not be jacked up on the 9 ball as you follow this ball. You don't want to have, and he was flat on it, and so the 9 ball's taken out of the shot. Now, this is an interesting angle. I think he's got to hit it very softly and hold the angle. Nice shot.
Great shot. Do you think he'll take this down 2 rails?
Well, you know, the question is which 2? Will it be the draw 2 or the follow 2?
I think he's going to follow this. I don't think he'll risk the 8 ball.
Or even 1 rail. I like 1 rail coming just to the left of the 8 and to the right of the corner. Nope.
Well,
that's a good
fortunate.
shot.
It is a great shot. I don't know that I'd have the courage to try that one myself.
Well, you know, the 9's rather big on that shot, but I like it. Now he's got a similar shot to the one that Luat drew into the pocket.
Yeah, he's got it. This is a touchy little shot to jump off. He wants to jump off this rail with right-hand English so he can carry him off the second rail there and get straight on the 8 ball. Or a little bit, if anything, a little bit on the underside here.
There's a natural tendency to want to hit that shot harder than situation calls for by virtue of the fact you don't want to have to shoot a long shot up in the corner.
He's looking at the corner now. He's looking back at the side. He'll take this 2 rails, I believe, and play the safe way. 1, 2, and coming on. He would have liked to perhaps come out a little further, but he's in real good shape here. He had a great
nice
shot. The pressure doesn't seem to be bothering either player. There's a tremendous crowd here. And he's taking a 7-5 lead here. See if we get a smile for Tommy now that he's back on track. Now he's all business here.
Yeah, he sure is. Now Johnny Archer's racking balls on the other table, and Greg Fix is inspecting. Let's see, they're at 5-4. Archer.
Yes, Johnny was just defeated by a very, very improved Tony Ellen. Speaking of the big break.
Yes, that's right. Now Tom's going to stay with the break we've seen. He's moving the 1 rail at the corner.
And he's empty again.
Yes, he is. That bodes poorly.
Well, the 1 and 2 are laying great for Luat here. I think that he, evaluating the rack here, looks to be the only problem he may have is getting on the 6 ball. And that doesn't appear to present a big problem for him, the way the 4 and 5 are lying.
Well, now let's see if is he going to stay beneath the 2 and come straight up, or will he draw off the 1 and use the rails?
He may play the 2 in the same pocket as the 1. No, he looked at his
Oh, my goodness. He looks awfully flat there on the 2.
He may be forced to punch this straight down. I don't particularly like the way he's lying here.
I don't either.
He's a little straighter than he'd like to be. I think
he does have some angle.
A little low inside here, and just spin it down and.
Nice shot.
I don't know.
He's
I
hooked.
do think he's hooked, and chalk that up as unforced error number 3 for Mr. Luat.
I think he played the 1 wrongly to not get any more angle than that on the 2.
With the angle he had with the 1, I thought with his stroke, it wouldn't have been much of a problem for him to draw it straight back and pocket the 2 in the same pocket as the 1.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
It is a beautiful shot.
Makes you wonder if he wasn't playing to hit the underside of the 3 on the second rail. The way these guys play billiards.
Well, he's forced Tommy to kick at the 3 ball here. I don't believe he has a piece of the 3. Now, where do you kick with this, Dick? You kick the bottom rail? I don't know that that's a good shot.
Well, you know.
Trying to make that ball is such a low percentage. And he hit that at kind of, as Grady would say, warp speed. I think if he'd have bumped that, he had a much better chance with the traffic.
To get the leave, sure,
yeah,
with the 5-8 there. That's a point well taken. Let's see, he's going to play 1 rail and come up on the 4 on the side. And it depends. Now, if he's a little flat on this 4 ball, he may have trouble with the 5 he's got to get to our side of the 5.
Well, he'll probably
no,
use
he's
the
got
long
an
rail
angle as I look here
little
on the
inside
monitor.
English and come down.
No, he's.
Oh, he had the angle the other way.
Yes.
Good
Now, did he get an angle here? And
He
we'll
appears
look
to have
on
enough, yes.
On the monitor, I believe he does. If he can get by the 8. Yes, he's okay, I believe. Yes, nice shot.
Yeah, he hit the grade. Okay, now I'm going to assume he's going to get out. Where is your bet that he's going to place his break ball? Will he stay on the same side?
I believe so, yeah. I think the success that Bustamante had from that break position has him convinced that's the place to be. He hit the balls real well last time, Ed, and I really think that he got kind of a bad roll not to make one. Not to mention he's been successful getting the cue ball down table where the 1 has been going, and that's been
Here's
Tom's
another three-railer. Excuse me, here's another three-railer. He's got to watch the corner here. Oh, he put the
nice
kill
shot.
switch on.
Nice shot. Whereas Tommy, when he's been breaking, the cue ball has been staying to the rack side of the table. Oh, a little
the
close
match
there.
now is getting a little closer with Kennedy leading 7-6. And it's just interesting to see the players. I just happened to look over seeing Johnny Archer miss a very easy 6 ball. And for some reason, obviously, just took his eye off the ball. And when you're playing someone like a Greg Fix, that can have very serious consequences.
Sure does. Now here we go. He's staying. Let's see where the cue ball goes. Up the
1 ball on the side and long fly ball, deep center field. The 9 lower
big break.
right.
Now I believe I've got it at 2 run-outs apiece and 7 racks, 2 out of 7 on the run-out for each player, Ed. So it's very close.
Yes, knotted up at 7.
But I still go back to the break. I'm seeing a trend, as we've watched, that is very lopsided, I feel, in favor of Rodolfo Luat.
Well, in the
Despite
first half of the match,
errors.
Archer won 7-6. Now we'll see the second half of the match. We're playing a race to 6 from here, being knotted up at 7.
Now his cue ball got away there.
And he's again fortunate where he didn't have to pay for that right now. I hope not to see Tommy try a jump shot here. This is almost the position he was in.
He's pushing. He's acknowledged to Rodolfo.
Is he pushing,
He's pushing
to a jump?
Yes.
Now I don't know if that. Let me have your opinion here. Where is your push from there? The 9's in a difficult spot to give Luat a potential billiard. I don't think he could have pushed up to the upper left.
This interesting shot.
He jumps so well.
Oh my.
Well, he might get away with this.
Exactly.
And he did get away with this.
That's one of the advantages of the shot at that speed is you throw the dice, and if you don't make the ball, then you've got a pretty high percentage with all the balls on the table of getting a lucky roll.
At least equal. I mean, you don't always have to give up a shot. I don't know that he had a big choice there where to push.
Now he attempted to use the 8 as the blocker, as the speed would suggest.
That happens to be.
And trim the 1 to the long rail and stay behind the 8.
That happens to be unforced error number 3, and that one cost him. Okay, here we go.
Now Tom has to reestablish this break.
Well, moving to the second half of this match, we're going to call it Tom Kennedy 1 game ahead of the second match. What do you think of the new shot clocks they have with the finals of a lot of the tournaments?
I think it's an interesting concept. It's going to need some refinement, but I really believe that our game is getting to a level where we have to bring time into play.
It lends itself well to live coverage, that's for sure.
Exactly. We can't have wide disparities in the amount of time taken for each shot.
Here goes the 1 ball.
That's a better break. That's a better break.
He seemed to stay down a little more on that break. And
oh my, look at this. The 1's flat in the hole. I like it. That's a much better break. The
this
cue
looks
ball
like a
came
connected
up
dots at least to the 6. Hit the 1 stop, hit the 3 stop, hit the 4 stop, hit the 5 stop. Yeah, I like his chances from here, unless perhaps he's got a little more angle on that 1 that lends itself to us here. Now he's hit a good shot. Now he's straight on the 3. I like Tommy to go ahead 9-7 from here.
The interesting thing is, though, if he plays the 4 in the corner he's looking at currently, will the 4 go by the 5 easily? It looks like he's only got 3/4 of a pocket, which can be difficult under this kind of pressure.
Does he have an angle coming towards?
Yes, he
front?
does on the 3-4. As we
I'm
look
a
at
little
the
surprised
monitor.
he wouldn't stop the cue ball there, or relatively stop the cue ball.
Well,
He's not
I'm
gonna
not
drift
sure.
very
I
much.
think he's got too much angle for that, Ed. But
Even if he went
he
around
could,
the 5.
if he can do that, that is the play.
That's exactly what I'm trying. I don't know that I want to.
There, he didn't have the angle,
Well,
so
I
now
don't
he's
like
got,
it.
he's got a
Doesn't
small
appear.
pocket here.
It certainly is a small pocket. And
This is a big shot. This is, if he makes this shot, he's prohibitive favorite to win. Ooh, boy, he was
ever
close.
so close to the 5 ball there. He certainly didn't want to see that get that close to the 5.
No.
The 6 does go in the lower right.
Oh, yeah, the 6 is a veritable hanger after that one.
Now he wants to make sure he brings this cue ball back. He doesn't want the 9 ball to come into play at all with the cue ball. Crowd being pleased by Johnny Archer.
They're knotted at 5 over there.
Now the Batman Bridge, what
Yeah.
do they call that? That's what
Yeah.
I call it.
Well, now that's interesting. He's got enough angle. Ed, where literally he's got to come across table here.
He's going to be hitting this 2 rails for sure. He's going to go across both long rails.
Well, I'm not sure if he'll do 2 or it seemed like he could do 1. But it's possible. Both options
He wants
are
to guard
available.
against a scratch here. He doesn't want to put too much. He doesn't want to put too much inside English on this one. He stayed rather high.
Right. 1 rail and the second rail, of course.
It's amazing that I've never missed a ball from here. He wants to be careful not to get to the bottom rail. Now he's hit it perfectly. Bearing in mind, he knew hitting it harder was much better than easier. Didn't want to lay on the bottom rail for there. This was a big game
He's
here.
hitting it with right English here. Nope, left.
And take it around 2 rails. Take the safe route, the natural angle going
I
towards
like
the 9.
I like it.
And he's going to take a 9-7 lead here.
Not to mention, Ed, we saw a big difference in his last break.
There's that. Let's see if we get the smile here after that. Nah, not yet. I think if we...
The score is
9-7 now.
9-7. Tommy has a 3rd run out now to add to his list. So he's...
Yeah, he's pocketed. It's amazingly close in balls pocketed with Kennedy at 60 and Luat at 58. But the Luat's 2 balls missed versus 1 for Tommy. You wonder how big that's...
Boy, they're
That's
just shooting up a
Wow.
storm, though. Both of them.
952 for Tommy.
962, yes.
Wow.
And
the 9 just missed in the lower corner, that being the crowd's reaction.
and of
But he's
course
pocketed 2
the
balls.
runouts now. Tom Kennedy has 3, and actually literally 1/3 of his breaks have
He's
been
got a bit of a
runouts.
tester here on this
Sure
1
does.
ball.
Big shot here, Ed.
Should Tommy run these balls out, I like him to take complete control of this match. His confidence level, if he happens to pocket this 1, will go up dramatically.
Oh boy, this is tough. We're looking at the
He kind
defending
of looked at
U.S.
the 1 on
Open
the side.
champion.
Did you see that? He kind of looked at that 1 ball in the side.
Wow. He's been distracted momentarily.
Yeah.
He's the only man here that can win this tournament twice in a row.
He's got a... Get his composure back here. This is a critical shot. Long and straight. This is
probably akin to about a 30-foot putt or 20-foot putt.
downhill.
Really?
I thought he was going to get up again.
Oh, he hit it pure. My goodness.
He's going to be made to pay. Well, actually, I don't believe Luat is going to try the combination there, but he certainly has a relatively easy run out from here.
Lots of pool left, ladies and gentlemen.
It always amazes me that the more difficult a shot is, it seems like most of the players seem to hit them just a little bit harder, which makes them that much more difficult. There comes a point like in golf, trust your swing, I think, and maybe a smoother stroke there would have certainly eliminated some of the deflection that obviously happened on the cue ball.
Well, you know, he hit it pure, though, at that distance. My double-jawed the pocket, so it's not like I detect any form of breakdown. It was a demanding shot.
But the pocket may have accepted it had he hit it a little easier.
That's true.
Nice little touch there.
Yep. He's going to play the 7 in the side that he's bridging at, I believe.
He'll come 2 rails out here, I think, although he's been coming 1 rail for most of the time. I like him to go 2 rails here to get straight on the 7. And he came 1. I'm 0 for 5.
Is that why we're in the booth?
Mm-hmm. I actually missed the ball from up here.
You say you're not part of psychic hotline?
Well, I think he'll bring this cue ball back, and he's not going to stay up there. He'll yank it back to the 3-4 diamonds from here. And I'm 0 for 6. It's 40 love. He's going to bring this match a little closer. 9 games to 8, favor Kennedy.
There we go. Well, Kennedy is tapping a ball there. Maybe he's... Yeah, here we are. Huh?
Hey. Tis a fine thing that you should be showing. Wow. He's overhit the break. Made the... What did he make? The 4 ball, I guess.
He's overhit it, and he's going to run out, I'm afraid.
Parked in the center of the table.
Perfect.
I think that's break 101.
That's right. That's the break in a nutshell.
I'm surprised Luat's not using a Falcon cue, aren't you, Dick?
I don't know what that cue is he's playing with.
Either. I know Efren's cue. I don't know if anyone knows what it is.
Really?
He just doesn't want to get careless here. He's got to yank this cue ball over.
Well, this is interesting. If he trickles on the ball, he could get too thin an angle or actually get beneath the 6. If he forces the ball to his left, the shooter's left, then the 3 runs the risk of jawing at that kind of a flat angle.
Well, at the risk of going 0 for 7, I think he's going to follow this ball and come back out for the 8.
Oh, my goodness.
Like I said, it's 0 for 7. Wow.
Holy cow.
And he was so
of course, he trickled beyond the 6.
So hell-bent on getting on the 6 ball, I don't really think he ever even thought about missing that 3.
That's an extraordinary miss.
That missing, being down 9-8.
It just goes to show you that sometimes your focus can leave the really critical thing of making the shot and go to the line of the next ball. And you have to have your have your priorities right under pressure, or that'll sure jump up and get you.
This is a touchy shot to come back out, which he didn't hit well. We may see him taking this, if he has
literally around the table.
Yeah, taking this 4 rails and playing the 7 in the lower right-hand corner.
It's possible.
I don't know that he has a big choice here.
It's possible. Not to mention, if he comes across with inside, the 9 could be big if he's close to the rail.
He's going to air out the stroke here and yank it around the table.
I think you've called the shot right. Can you believe that?
I'm looking at 0 for 8, perhaps.
We may not be right, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll try and be entertaining.
He's going to air this one out.
Uh-oh. Oh, he miscued.
And he did not hit the ball well at all. I don't understand. He didn't hit it hard. Whether or not he was thinking about the scratch, going 3 rails and scratching in the lower left.
Perhaps.
Or he's working on his cue. Perhaps he miscued. I mean,
yes, he did miscue. I heard the sound. I thought that was evident. But
well, he's preparing his tip here now.
These guys have been statistically shooting up such a storm that it's only fitting that they make a mistake at some point. Albeit,
I thought I made a mistake once, but I was wrong. Well, he did a nice shot.
Look at this shot. Nice. Hello, 9. No.
Just tickle with it a little bit. He'll bring this straight out.
I think so.
Getting a little angle on the 8 coming back towards the 9.
You're batting 1,000.
Yes. All right, now I'm up to 125 here. Now I think he's going to 5 rail bank the 9. I like this match to be absolutely knotted up at 9.
Wow.
Now, what's amazing is Luat has never had the lead in this match. As we're knotted at 9, we were knotted at 7. I think Tommy's thinking about the opportunity that just has been left on the table for him, where he could have gone ahead.
Now here we're looking statistically, 9-13 and 9-24, and the statistical change reflects also momentum, which you just mentioned. Of course, it looks like Luat's starting to take Kennedy to task now.
In the 18 games, there's only been 6 balls missed, 3 apiece. And it looks to be that there's about 15 balls more pocketed by Luat, and his break is somewhat explosive. The 7 is not. He's in good shape here, pocketing 2 balls.
Right on, and with a nice shot on the 1. Now it looks like it's fairly fulsome, and the link to the 3 is going to be difficult.
He may have a little bit of an angle. The 1 seems to be a little below the spot, and you may see him follow this straight down to pocket the 3 in the lower left-hand corner.
Boy, what a shot. My goodness.
Seemed to overstroke that one, didn't he?
And, well, he may have gotten a little break here.
Well, he wasn't made to pay for that, although Tommy has a pretty good safe here.
And Tommy made, if you'll recall, Tommy had a similar bank like this earlier in the match that he shot perfectly.
Are you banking this, or are you playing safe? 2 rails up behind the 7.
I agree with Tommy banking it here, I think.
Boy, I don't know.
Not with that bridge. He must
I like taking this
safe.
up under the 7.
Coming behind the 9.
Behind the 9.
He's coming behind the 9 on the safe. No, he banked it.
Boy, he got away with it.
Boy,
wow.
Smile, Tommy.
They'll clap for him, but he's real happy to see that finish. He has Luat in trouble. He's going to try and, as we call it, what is the +2 system? Oh, he'll 1 rail kick this. I didn't realize he saw the 9. The 9 I thought was a little further over. He'll 1 rail kick it, but how hard do you hit this thing?
I think you air out here. That's a nice shot, despite the fact.
0 for 2, I might add you are. With
there we go.
Now, do you flirt with the 5 ball here, bringing the cue ball down for the 3?
I think if you can, you stay to the left of it. Nice shot.
He did a nice shot there.
Very nice. Now, he could go 2 rails or maybe even 1 on the 4.
I think he'll pocket it up the upper left. I don't think we'll go anywhere near the side pocket here. He wants to settle down here, and I think start playing the percentages. A little inside English here. Get a little angle. Pocketing the 4 on the upper left, moving over towards the 5 ball.
He's playing the side.
0 for 9. He's left himself a little bit of a cut here.
No, he's playing the corner.
If he was playing for the side, he hit it a little too easy. If he was playing for the corner, he hit a little too hard.
Something's bothering him. There we go. Now he's recovered. This is a big shot. Big shot. He's hit it well.
Oh, he's hit a nice shot. It's got a little angle. He's not going to do anything special here, but draw
just,
it back maybe 10 inches.
Hit it full in the hole. The left side of the pocket from our vantage point, which he did. So he could have hold
this
that
around
angle.
the 7, or you just come out 1 rail?
I think come up 1 rail. I do. There,
Go for
that'll
3.
work. That's right.
Well, he doesn't want to get careless here. I think you'll see him go one rail here. Now he's drawing it back. He must be a little straighter. Oh, he had a great shot there.
Nice
I thought he
shot.
would never even begin to flirt with the side there. Well, it looks like Tommy's going to
Take a
the
10-9 lead here with the pocketing of the 9 ball. And the clock thickens.
I think we have 3 unforced errors each. Is that what we've tallied?
It's very close.
Look at the crowd here. Barry Berman of Q-Master Billiards does a remarkable job promoting this event, and it is the U.S. Open.
Let's see. Again, Pat, what was it? We have 7 errors by each player up to this point, so really they're very, very close, though the statistical differences will vary depending on who has the most balls pocketed. Both over 900, both players.
See, in my game, I usually have 5 forced errors. The unforced, I forced.
Let's see on this break here what has happened. He
No,
did
he's
not
come
pocket
up,
a ball.
He's empty again. I think he has a shot at the corner also.
Boy.
Wow. How important is the 9-ball break? There's so much controversy over doing something differently with it. Do you play 10-ball to minimize the break? But I think it's just an exciting part of the game. Watch it bust them onto
I
the
tend to agree with you. It's just like hitting a big tee ball in golf. What does that mean they should do? Play on municipal courses or?
Yeah, true.
Maybe
like hockey. Maybe we should have a fight break out in the billiard team.
Well, you know, you were talking about the crowd.
I have Luat,
here.
incidentally. You can have Bowman.
You were talking about the crowd here, and what we've got is we're sold out on all the VIP seating.
It's standing room. As I look around the room, it's amazing how many people are here.
The occupancy for this particular room in the hotel, fire marshal occupancy was 700, and
we're probably in violation of that.
Yeah, that's
now.
right. We're right up there. This is tough. It appears as we look at the monitor that the 5 is actually so close to his line that the pocket may be smaller. Is he?
He may be considering playing this in the side.
That's
that
what
7
that's
is a
what it
big
looked
ball
like.
here. He doesn't want to hit the 7. If he goes forward, he very well could hit the 5.
Now, of course, there's a straight-on bank, but I just don't expect that at this point in the match. I think you either cut it in the corner or the side. That's a good shot. He hit the 5 full, though.
Well, he's got a problem here.
As a result, he's going to have to play a safety.
Well, I do believe in the upper left-hand corner, he does have a piece of that pocket. I have a pretty good vantage point here.
Boy, that
However,
is,
it is.
It's so small, though, Ed. I have to believe he's going to play a full hit on the 3 and utilize the 4 as an obstruction.
I like that shot, banking the 3 ball straight
Banking
back
the 3
here by the
straight
7.
up at the 7 and going behind the 4, 1 rail. Really quite a speed shot. There's another way. He could, if he, depending on his angle, he may thin the 3 and move it over by the 6 on the long rail and get to the 4 that fashion.
He's probably considering which is the most important, cover the cue ball or cover the 3 ball. And sometimes trying to do both leaves your opponent a pretty good shot.
Exactly. And
it's a testy area here. I don't know if he really can get this ball over behind the 4 from the long rail without bringing the 3 towards the lower left pocket.
It looks like from his preliminary strokes he's going with a full hit. Oh, it jumped on him.
It skidded there, and that's going to certainly make a difference.
But he's okay. He's left distance.
He's given Tommy a piece that he very well might be able to pocket this ball.
I think so. I think Tommy does have some difficulty with his bridge.
Now, let me get your opinion on why did that ball skid?
You know, I'm not sure.
There's so many different opinions about that. Whether or not there's something on the ball, whether or not it's the slide or
it could be the humidity factor. Tommy has a good bridge here. This is a critical shot. Oh, boy, just...
That very well could have set the tone for the rest of this match. That was the most critical shot of this match so far.
Well, and of course the difference between 11-9 and 10-10 is just a whole lot at this point.
11-9 and breaking.
Right. I'm surprised at that. The Filipinos love to shoot from behind their back.
That, and they seem to use more rails. It contradicts so many different things that you hear from the teaching professionals. Wait a minute, watch outside there.
He had some marvelous stroke on that. He hit it so easy and it got such good response.
I like him to take those 2 rails and play this 7 in the lower right-hand corner.
I think so.
It seems to be the natural angle.
We can go down on the same ship.
Now, you're 0 for 3, I'm 0 for 9. I'm about to hit the double digits. I don't agree with this at all. I don't.
It's extraordinary. You know, though, I've noticed.
I think that was the experience he had. I don't agree with that at all.
Wow.
He had a natural angle to take that ball to red. Now, Tommy better slow down here a little bit. Gain his momentum back. This is a very key game.
Well,
wow,
you know,
it's funny.
I can't
believe he jacked up on that ball.
We'd kind of anticipated Luat to win that game.
Boy, 10-10 in breaking, and like we just said about being 11-9 in breaking.
All right.
That's the atom bomb.
Now, if Tommy can just provide us with a nice break here, make a big difference.
Boy, Tommy's about to go ahead 11-9, and Mr. Luat, I think, will think about that shot. That might be the shot that sends him back to the Philippines. Certainly sends him out of the tournament. What a big, big shot that was. The momentum again has gone to Tommy Kennedy. I'm still waiting to see that big smile of his. The crowd is going to get into this. If he were to break the 9 in here and get to the hill.
There he is.
There
He's looking at us with it. Yeah, look at that. He does have a big personality, ladies and gentlemen. They love him.
Last year, I don't think anyone in the crowd was against him. Every ball of every rack, and he certainly put a lot of those together. They love him. It's amazing, prior to last year's win, he wasn't really considered one of the top professionals.
Wow.
He's won the Florida circuit. I believe he was the leading money winner in the Florida circuit tour for quite a number of years. 3 out of 4, I was told.
Well, this is sure a prestigious title. When you read the list of the 17 prior winners, his name is sure among the most illustrious names in pool.
Well, he's again empty on the break. And,
wow.
But he's very fortunate in the fact that the 3 and 9 are tied up.
Very much so.
Now Dick, you certainly a great player in your own right. What do you do here?
Well, you know, I believe that somehow you're going to be playing it safe on the 3 if you can't get an angle on the 2 to dislodge the 3 and 9.
Do you even attempt that? Do you even attempt?
There's basis to attempt it, but the fact is, I believe that the 4 and the 7 loom large as potential blocking candidates for the cue ball. When he pockets this ball. Oh boy, he's going to shoot one left-handed or with a bridge.
Well, I want to see him shoot this one behind his back.
Yeah.
I think Manute Bol might perhaps have a problem with that.
Now
the Manute Bol, the former 76ers,
yeah.
that full player.
Uh-oh. Oh.
I don't know what he was trying there. At the speed he hit it, had he hit the 9,
had he come down, he'd have been on our side of the 3, and then he could have used the 4-7 to block the 3 ball by thinning the 3 and going up where the 8 is. But now he's got to kick, maybe go behind the 4-7 if he can get the second rail. Second rail. He needs a second rail. Chip, got a rail.
Good shot.
Oh, he did not get a rail. Wow. I thought he got a rail.
So did I.
Well, evidently the two players.
Well, looking at the cameraman here, he says he absolutely did not get a rail.
Wow.
And that's a very, very big break for Tom Kennedy, leading 11-9.
Well, the thing is, though, he's actually got to play the 4 in the corner.
I like him to make this. If he's close to balls, he doesn't seem to have a problem. He seemed to have had a problem when he has the cue ball some distance from the object ball. It certainly is a touchy shot.
He's going to give it a little time.
I like regrouping with something like this. Here he is ahead 11-9. Fortunate on the last shot. And dead center pocket.
Perfect.
That's
Great
a great
shot. Now I believe he's going to stay to our side of the 6 here rather than risk going on top of the ball. I like that.
I like that also, and I think Tommy's starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel of this match here. About to go on the hill. Critical shot here.
Very much so, especially given the previous skid of the 3 ball.
I don't like
He's
that.
overcut it. He's overcut it. Given the skid that the 3 ball had,
Wow.
I think it had to be on his mind a little bit. You tend to want to cut the ball more.
I don't think either one of these players have ulcers. I think they are both carriers, if you're rooting. Watching each shot, my God, what a big break for Luat. What a giant break for Luat. My God, to go ahead 12-9 and breaking on the hill. Nice versus 11-10 sure sounds like a big difference, doesn't it?
Nice shot.
He's a little funny here. He's missed a shot earlier like this where he back cut the ball. I'm just going to drift this to the rail. He wants to make sure, take a little more time. And he hit it perfectly. Well, we have an 11-10 match here as he pockets this 9 ball.
But you have to wonder what's going through Tom Kennedy's mind, being able, having been in the position to be on the hill and have your opponent needing 4 games. It's sure a new life for Luat.
It sure is. Well, how big is this break? Being down 11-10.
This guy, if anybody can break him well from this situation, I have to depend on him. He just hits him so hard.
Boy, he wants to keep Tom off the hill.
Here's our stats now. We're still at 895 Kennedy, 887
There goes the
Luat.
9. It's a
Wow, and the cue
wow,
ball.
there it goes. Goodbye.
Oh, my goodness.
Corner hook line. Deep
Wow.
fielder.
As
Well,
emotionless as Luat normally is, I think I
11,
saw a
so-
smile there. 11-11.
11-11. 11-11. Wow. What a turn of events here. About to go up on the hill 12-9. Missing the 6 ball. He finds himself knotted at 11. Tommy, I'm sure, is a little dejected at this point. Here the 9 moving again towards the pocket.
Wow.
He's pocketed a ball. He's made the 6 in the side, and he has
The one
a
in
good
the
shot at
corner
the 1.
or the side. I like the one in the corner because of the 7.
I do also. I think what he
Although
can do is...
look at the 4.
well, I think he's allowed to bump the 4 here. Play the 1 in the corner, and he's allowed to bump the 4.
I like
think.
that. And then he's on a side where he can pocket the 2 and stay up table for the 3 ball in the side pocket.
I don't like him shooting this on the side.
No, I don't either. Nice stroke. Beautiful.
I like that.
Now the trick is he too far on the 2? If we can look at the monitor here, maybe we can see the angle on the 2.
He seems to be a little above it, but I think he'll yank it between
Yeah,
he's
on these conditions, I think he can get it back. There he is. Very good. Perfect.
Yeah,
Now, of course, the 5 is obstructed for both pockets. Well, at least the
well, I think
8
he's going to play that
obstructs
in the
it.
left side. Just
Okay.
roll this up.
Roll and draw.
Little
Well,
low right here.
Can he reach this shot? Pretty long stretch
Might.
here.
Behind the back, let's see one of those. No.
Yes, he can, and he's stretched out here. Nice shot.
Okay. I like him to go ahead 12-11 here.
He's
It's
going to go
amazing.
3 rails and barely miss the 8.
Now, I think I cheated. I saw what he was going to do. He is going 3 rails. I was potentially about to go 0 for 11. Oh, I did have something right. I was 1 for 10 with 2 abstentions. Wow. Here's Tommy Kennedy about to go ahead before 12 games to 9 and breaking. Finds himself trailing in this match for the first time.
Exactly. Not to
12
mention,
games to 11.
he's trailing by virtue of a run out by Luat. And Luat now has run out 3 times from the break.
It is Luat 12 and Kennedy 11, and a more exciting match I don't know that we could see, and I know Tommy would very much like to have that 6 ball back.
My goodness, what a shot.
Somehow it seems if you miss a key ball, it always seems that your opponent breaks the 9 in the very next round.
That's right.
How does that happen? Mirrors, I think. I think it's done with mirrors. Tommy is dejected. I'm afraid we might not see that smile the way things are starting to move.
Oh no, look at that break.
Wow.
Holy cow. Uh-oh.
Oh my God, for
Yeah,
Tommy,
there it
so they
is.
say. He's pocketed 2 balls. He's straight in on the 2.
Right.
He has relatively no trouble, what appears to, from our vantage point.
He may have to rail first the 2 because he doesn't have an angle. He's very
going to
flat.
yank this with inside English, draw a low right, and go between the 4 and the 7.
All right.
Okay.
There we go.
Shot score.
Woo.
What a break for Tommy. See, he listened to me and made a mistake. But I'm taking the point. What a break for Tom Kennedy. Here he was virtually on the verge of putting this match away. And there's the smile from Tommy.
And
right,
Luat acknowledges by looking at Tommy briefly.
Yes, and he's going to hit this, as Grady says, at warp speed. His 3 is going to see a few pockets.
Nice shot. And now what?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Holy cow. Oh my goodness gracious.
Out 7 line away.
Holy cow, that shot doesn't need any explanation.
While they're giving Tommy oxygen. My God. A conclusion of that would not be the greatest thing in a Kennedy fan. I think Tommy now has to gain his composure. Pocket this 3 ball. A little bit of low right English, come back and pocket the 4.
You know, I've noticed that the balls seem to be clearing the 5 may be difficult here. I think he's going to draw directly into it. Yes.
That's exactly what he's done. He doesn't want to get in trouble with his 5.
Shift the 4 up. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my.
Boy, talk about turning lemonade or lemons into lemonade. My God.
Rather serendipitous roll there.
We want a Hill, this crowd wants. That's what they're saying. They want to see Hill. This is where I generally faint. Of course, come to think of it, I've never been to 11.
Here we go. He's pulling for the side pocket. Now
he just doesn't want an unforced error. He's going up to the bottom rail, going to use this 1 rail. Easy, perfectly struck. He'll just stick this. He's not yanking this ball.
All right.
This ball is not going to travel an inch. Okay. Wow, we had 12-12.
Change the tape. Well, we're tied at 12, ladies and gentlemen. A great match here, getting ready to wrap up with Tommy Kennedy breaking. You know, we've seen all different forms of breaks from Tom today. He started slowly, then in the middle of the match started to break better, and now we're down to 1 final break.
This crowd is going crazy. Here we are, Hill at the U.S. Open. What an exciting match. What's really interesting, 2 frames ago, Luat changed cues.
My goodness.
For the life of me, I can't understand how you would consider doing that. You dance with the girl you brung, as they say.
That's right.
And how would you change cues after 2 rounds? Well, here, look at the crowd.
Now the crowd. Now Tommy's starting to smile.
If he breaks this 9 in, you're going to hear quite a bit of emotion from this crowd.
Well, you know,
Johnny Archer's even stopping his game, waiting for him to break.
Here we go. Pin drop time.
Oh,
Fabulous.
he wrote it the whole square.
Oh, wow.
Okay, you rooting for him also, is that right? What a great break under that pressure.
Yes.
Throwing the cue ball, shot on the 1, pocketing the 7 ball.
Now, of course, Ed, the 3 looms as a difficult ball as the 2 corner pockets are blocked.
And he looks relatively straight on this 1 ball.
Exactly. I'm thinking that he may have to actually come to the end rail where the balls are racked to come down and get on the 3. I don't see a way he can link up to the 2 in such a way as to avoid coming to us here at the end rail.
Does he have any angle on that 1 ball at all? It's hard to see.
No,
He's
I don't
jacked
think
up.
so.
I think he's going to just settle for the shot.
Right, just settle for the shot and come down table.
That 9 looms so close to the lower right-hand pocket. It's exactly what he does. Now what do you do here? Do you go
Now
up and down?
I go with a little high left and actually come back at the side pocket with the cue ball that he is
trying to make the
in.
3 in the upper on the left side.
Yes, exactly, in the left side.
Boy, what a difficult shot.
Yes,
He's
it
got to
is.
hit this absolutely perfectly.
That's the shot. Here he comes. Perfect.
He may have it. He's got to hit this 8.
What a shot.
What a great shot. Boy, this is certainly U.S. Open material here.
Boy, what a shot. Well, we mentioned that if the match gets close, Tommy and his ability under this kind of pressure may show up.
You can hear a pin drop every time he's about to pull the trigger. And he wants to regroup here. I don't think he wants to hurry this. That's smart. Take a walk. I agree with that 100%.
Take a break here a little bit. Slow down.
Draw
He's
this
using different chalk now. He's using green.
Well, I think you'll see him take a walk here also. He's going to take this over 2 rails. He's
drawing
straight.
it. He's drawing it.
He doesn't want to hit this 8 ball.
No, he doesn't. My goodness.
Boy, I don't like that at all.
My goodness.
My God, I can't understand.
The ball has really been taking well on the draw shots, I've noticed, and he thought that he'd hit that ball firm enough to where the draw wouldn't take so early, but he trimmed it. He's got to play safe behind the 9.
Well,
Nice
he's
shot.
leaving Luat jacked up, a difficult shot.
Very much so.
I just think under all that pressure, you would want to play weighted ball and roll the ball.
Roll the ball, exactly. Wow.
I'm really surprised that he did that. Now Luat, on the other hand, has got a shot here, which I think he's going to play safe. I don't think he's going to
bank this ball to the end rail up where the chalk is here.
I think he's going to play the cue ball all the way behind the 8. It's laying pretty good there.
Okay. Like bank the 6 and come up 2 rails behind the 8, Ed?
Yes, I don't think he's going to even let Tommy have a look at this 6 ball. Tommy will be kicking. If he executes the shot.
There's a danger with that shot, though. That shot's good, but he's jacked up, and if he doesn't get the hook, then my thought is that the 8 would be very close to the hole unless it falls in.
Okay, do you come back under the 9 like your shot, or you're talking about going to the left side of the 6, going around 2, maybe 3 rails?
You know, now that I look at the shot
8.
I first mentioned, I'm not sure that he can hit the 6 full enough to avoid the double kiss.
Does he kiss it behind the 8 ball and bring it back under the 9 perhaps?
That's possible. I like that shot. Trim, and around.
Oh, God.
Down. What a shot. I'm not sure he was playing that shot, but we're going to give him credit for it. The hook was there even if the 6 doesn't yet.
Wow.
Fabulous.
Great shot.
Great shot. Still no smile from Luat.
Tommy sits there only to wait. I do believe the executioner is about to pull the switch on Tom Kennedy here. It's so unfortunate. He was so close to repeating as champion.
What a great match. My goodness.
That's just
what a fabulous match.
Great match.
We got to see the range of both players' skills, Ed. They played well in spots, and then we also got to see both of them miss in uncharacteristic fashion. Really a great match.
Well, you just wonder how heavily the pressure weighed upon both of them.
People are standing now, giving Tommy the well-deserved ovation here at the crowd.
Tommy's had a great tournament. Look at the crowd. They're just excited.
Well, what a great match. My goodness. On behalf of Accu-Stats Video Production, I am Dick Lane with my esteemed guest, Ed Sheahan, and we enjoyed bringing this championship 9-ball match to you. If you would like to order any Accu-Stats videos, call 1-800-828-0397.
And Dick, I certainly enjoyed working with you here. It's indeed, again, a slice of heaven. And I look forward to doing it again and again. There are many, many of these Accu-Stats tapes available, all matches. Can't promise that are equally as exciting as this one today, but I'm assured that you'll enjoy each and every one of them.